morning, all of my, oh, there we go, just live now. Good morning, all of my energized executives. Happy Saturday. So good to speak to you this morning in this live video. So I wanted to talk to you today about breakfast. So we're going to talk about seizing the day the fueled way. Very important how you start your day. I spoke about it a little bit a couple days back in terms of your morning ritual and really your energy practices and the way that you start your day and the rituals that start your day that really set you up for success. We've got Bella here with us today. So I want to talk to you about breakfast, such an important meal. And why it's important is because this is the first opportunity you have to load your body up with nutrients, okay? So when we think about eating with fuel, there's a lot of components that are really important. The most important, though, is nutrient loaded, right? So I want to talk to you about what is an amazing breakfast for high performance professionals, what is going to really give you the energy edge in your life when you eat this food, all right? So let me just start with a bit of background. I wrote it down, so I'm just going to read through it. All right, so just a bit of background. At Fueled, every time you eat or drink, it's an opportunity for you to power up and infuse every cell of your body with life-giving nutrients. We inspire you to eat foods that reinforce vital, healthy, strong, and magnificent cells. One of our mottos is to raise the bar every single day on your expectations of what food can do for you, because it can do a lot more than fill your stomach so that you don't feel hungry. The daily goal of someone who is totally fueled and energized for life is to consume the foods that will serve their body's functions to the fullest, foods that will bring it. These people are empowered with knowledge, they're totally nourished, and have stepped it up to create and sustain an optimal level of well-being. So an optimal level of health, energy, and vitality they might have thought previously unimaginable for themselves. They opt to up-level their nutrition every single moment they're able to. And my favorite part of all of this is that it can be so delicious. I mean, what's a good life without delicious food, right? And then I thought of this quote. It says, "Deprivation is the mother of failure." So I really love that quote. The best part of all of this is that fueling your body is an absolutely delicious undertaking. It's also about abundance. It's about variety. It's about satisfaction. It's about gorgeous aromas drifting through the kitchen and happy taste buds. So Fueled is not about deprivation. Nothing that I ever teach as your coach, as your strategist, if you're looking at high performance, we're not looking at deprivation, all right? It's never about deprivation for me. So it's not about starvation. It's not about being on a diet. So we're not going to at all encourage any of these. So in fact, when you start eating more real nutrient-rich foods, you will naturally start to crowd out other foods because you have filled up on the good stuff. As a result, most people see a drastic reduction in hunger pangs, cravings, and snackcidents. They already feel full and physically and emotionally satisfied. So you don't even have to go very far to experience this fueled culinary landscape or spend loads of money. You can do it yourself at home in your kitchen, just like I do. And your local farmers markets and grocery and health food stores provide all the best ingredients you will ever need. Healthy, life-giving, energy-producing foods are surprisingly easy to prepare and absolutely delicious to eat. And what's more convincing than pleasure, right? So I wanted to start you guys off with just going through and reading that bit that I've written so you have some background as to where I'm coming from with fueled foods. So now for breakfast, for high performance professionals, I want you guys to feel energized, to feel lit up, to boost your immune system, to hydrate your body, I wrote all my things just because sometimes I get on video and I can't remember. So to boost cognition, to boost your immune system, to detox your body, to decrease inflammation, to enhance your gut health, and to boost your metabolism. There's so many different things that foods can bring to you, especially first thing in the morning, all right? So people come to me and they say things like, let me just pop this open because I wrote down I wrote down what one of my clients said to me. what I want to talk to you guys about is smoothies. So why smoothies? You'll see on the Fueled Facebook page and on my personal page, there are so many smoothie recipes. All right, so you guys have like an array of smoothies to choose from there. And why do I always talk about smoothies? It's because they're a whole food multivitamin. It's literally what I eat every single morning of the week, every month of the year. And you might think, oh, that's what like all health food people do. And you might not understand why. It's just because literally oatmeal, like somebody who had oatmeal for breakfast, or somebody who had peanut butter and jam for breakfast, or somebody who had a baguette and butter for breakfast, or a croissant, or a donut, or a muffin, or, you know, even to the like the oatmeal that people think is healthy with blueberries on top. And I'm not saying it's not healthy, but you know, some people think yogurt, oh, what a great breakfast, I'm gonna have yogurt, right? It's just that none of these breakfasts, granola, yogurt, cereal, muesli, oats with blueberries, you know, so many of these foods, they just don't bring it. If you are really looking to level up your life and level up your energy as a high performance professional, that's not the breakfast that's going to do it for you. It's really not. Somebody's going to kind of fuel up on that, and it just isn't. It's not that they're unhealthy. It's just that we raise our standards even higher. When you work with me, the standards go up, okay? So that we're looking at making sure that we're consuming like a spectrum of vitamins, omega-3 fatty acids, loads of fiber, you know, incredible amount of antioxidants, so many different foods. So many different like components of food that are bioactive inside of your body, meaning that they actually enhance your cellular health. And you're going to be looking at better cognition, less brain fog. You're going to be sharper. You're going to feel more energized. You're going to have a stronger immune system. When you have a stronger immune system, you have less sick days. I know that that's sort of like obvious, but it's not obvious until you actually experience it. So with my immune system, I have never had COVID. So I have never had COVID. I have never come even close. I never had a single symptom, you know, trigger warning for people who are, you know, upset by this kind of thing. So with a very strong immune system, you're not down. You're just not down. Like you'd have to go on an alcohol binge to feel pretty crappy, you know, the next day. And you just have this immune system that's there for you. And what happens is you don't notice it, and then you look back 2 years, 3 years, I haven't been sick forever, you know, and it's amazing. It's an incredible feeling. So that means you can bring yourself more profitable business days. If you're an entrepreneur, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are an executive, whatever job you're doing, a boosted immune system is a phenomenal, powerful thing to have in your possession. You know, so many people's immune systems are compromised, and they catch this and they catch that, and they're down again, and they feel not so great. And, you know, it's a whole other level when your immune system is really like guarding you and bringing you the best health. It's a whole other level. And your metabolism, you can eat to boost your metabolism, which means that your whole system is functioning at a optimized level. You have incredible gut health, which also optimizes your serotonin production, which is your happy chemical, and other emotional related and mental related health outcomes. So the better your gut health, the less depressed you feel, the less anxious you feel. And again, you have more serotonin production. There's so many things that come from better gut health. So I'm just thinking about like, we are going to have this whole food multivitamin. It has, you know, iron and vitamin C and vitamin A and vitamin B and all the B's and, you know, and omega-3s and protein, you know, the amino acids that you need and all this. So oatmeal can't deliver that. It doesn't deliver that. It's not good enough. Okay, so there are foods that I look at, and I'm looking through food journals, and I just see kind of in my head, I see how people think that you're eating super healthy, but if you want to bring your energy, you need to level up. You need to include loads of greens. So that's where smoothies come in. You can make smoothies with beets, with spinach, with avocados, with grapefruits and oranges, and, you know, collard greens and kale. And I mean, really, you can include so many different foods. You can pour flaxseed oil into it. And I have, you know, and you can create this whole food multivitamin that tastes amazing with the right recipes, right? And it's just a whole other level. Somebody who had a like superfood smoothie versus someone who had oatmeal and some blueberries on top, you're just gonna have more going for you and the cells of your body with the superfood smoothie. It is pretty much unbeatable, and it tastes so good. When you get in the habit and you learn how to make them very delicious, this is why I teach a smoothies class or two, public ones. I do a whole bunch of privates, but public ones every single month to teach people to take nutrition into the kitchen. And how do we really bring this amazing food into my life? Like, how do I eat a whole bunch of greens, you know, without eating a salad every day? You know, so you just pack it in, you pack it in, you pack it in, you tuck it in, you make it work. So you jam that blender full of really amazing ingredients. I mean, tart dark cherries, you know, those help boost muscle recovery. Pineapples, like really great for like, they provide a lot of great digestive enzymes, so enzymes for your digestive system, so it's beautiful. Loads of fiber, loads of hydration, loads of antioxidants, you know, and then I always pour in some oil or do an avocado, or I always put nuts on top, so I have nuts, chia seeds, flax seeds, slivered almonds, that's a nut, but anyways, you know, so pop it up all on top with like, as if it was a sundae bar, you know, so like, you take toppings and you put it on top of your smoothie, and then you have this smoothie that's very, first of all, compelling and a nutritional level. Like, wow, that is like, some people don't get that nutrition in a week. I see it all the time when I see people come in and start with working with me. Is, you know, that nutrition you can give yourself in the morning, first thing, you know, after you've fasted all night and you, because we're sleeping, you know, you hydrate with some water and then go into a smoothie that's packed with these greens and these multicolored vegetables and these amazing antioxidant rich fruits. Like, it's just unbeatable. You can't claim the most vital, energized version of yourself without thinking about your food, without leveling up your food. It's not going to happen. Or it will happen and then you will decline because you can't sustain sort of a, you know, a energy that doesn't have a solid foundation in your physiology, right? So you really, it's a whole other level, you guys. And smoothies are what bring it. I have a ton of recipes. And I had this one guy, so one guy told me, oh, Agathe, I've actually had this quite a bit, so this is you, listen up. Agathe, I don't like smoothies. If I wanted to eat those ingredients, I would eat them all separately, you know? So I don't like smoothies. That's it. I don't like smoothies. This is when someone is unwilling to change. So usually when you start with me, you already sort of like, there's already a click in the mind going, I'm going to have to make some changes because, you know, who gets the life that I want? Who gets the energy that I want? Like, you think about like, what kind of a person gets the goals that you want in your life, right? So it's not you currently, but it could be you in a very short amount of time, right? So when you start working with me, you understand there's going to be a progression of leveling up. You know, it's going to require we're making, you know, some modifications to what you're currently doing because what you're currently doing isn't giving you the results that you want, right? So you want to feel limitless, lit up, legendary. You want to sort of cut clear and remove any subpar nutrition habits. It starts at breakfast. It really does. So granola bars, chocolate, you know, all these different things that we think might be healthy. You just want to really level it up. In my course, I talk about exactly why I select certain ingredients and how you can always consistently know, you know, which ones deliver the most to your body. What ingredients deliver the best results? Because we're results-driven people, right? So this is a results-driven nutrition advice, really. This is what I'm offering right now. So it's always what's been so important to me, and so I've really obsessed about this, and I've devoted my life now to helping people, you know, claim the vitality that I know is your birthright and that you may not be living right now. So you deserve that, and I've devoted my life to this, and I'm so passionate about it, and I live this way every single day. I walk my talk. You know, I really do. I had a green smoothie this morning. I'll tell you what I put in. I had some Tuscan kale. It's the deepest blue kale, like a blue-green. It has some bumps on it a little bit, right? So Tuscan kale, it's more of a long kale like this, not a wide kale, not curly. Tuscan kale, whole pink grapefruit, bananas, frozen. It makes a nice texture, and it's kind of hot out right now in July in Bermuda. So bananas, a little bit of grapefruit juice, and then I had, oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank. So that, loads of water in it, and avocado and flaxseed oil. And then I put on top, what did I put on top? Chia seeds. I have a selection. Chia seeds, organic shaved coconut. I made it in a bowl, right? So that is literally what I have for, it's delicious. It's so good. And tomorrow I might have something with berries and spinach and, you know, something a little bit different. Then I might have blueberries and tahini, you know, and then I'll have beet, my bodacious beet smoothie. I love grapefruit in almost everything, so grapefruit goes in everything. I'm not too keen on oranges, but, you know, you'll feel it out. Like, what do you really love? Things to avoid would be the dirty dozen fruits and veggies. I'll talk about those another day. But there, you know, there are just some super high pesticide-ridden foods. There's 12 of them that you want to make sure you're buying organic. And as we're looking at this food as medicine, I actually recommend buying organic for all your greens anyways, or super locally grown, not sprayed. Yeah, so not oats, not yogurt, not protein powders, not, you know, gosh, not granola, not, you know, almond milk and granola, or cereal and granola, or, you know, definitely not like a Fruit Loops with food coloring in it, right? So looking at whole food ingredients that power up your cells, that you can take in the morning in a convenient way, and really start the day, like seize the day the fueled way. You are going to feel the difference in 4 to 5 days if you start eating like this for breakfast. It is extraordinary, and I just want to make sure that you guys have that as one of these foundational videos that I do, because let's get you started already, you know. So if you want to commit to leveling up your life in this vortex that we have, smoothies, guys, smoothies. And again, the reason is because you can put so many various ingredients in there that no, you won't eat separately. Like, I would like to see you eat this separately. Like, let's see you have the kale and the beets and the avocado, you know, and all the water and the grapefruit. I would love to see you do that, you know. It doesn't work that way. You know, if you don't like smoothies, I would really recommend finding one that you do like. If you like ice cream, you can like smoothies. I can make you a dessert smoothie. You could start from there, you know. There is no way I can convert anybody. And again, the reason is, it's one, it's delicious, and two, it's the most nutrient loaded. I just feel like I'm rambling on for 17 minutes here, but yeah, it's also will prevent diseases. So with all of that fiber, with all of those vitamins, with everything that you have going on in there, and the hydration, you are going to just be a whole other level of you, and you will be way less likely to come across certain chronic diseases that are related to diet and lifestyle. Let me see if there's anything here that I forgot. I mean, I could go on for an hour, but let's not. I just want to really encourage you guys. This is really key. This is really key, especially first thing in the morning. And it's just so important. So let me see if there's anything I forgot. Yeah, it'll glow, make your skin glow. People are always saying, Agatha, your skin's glowing, or you're glowing, or whatever. It's really the food I'm eating. You know, I don't have like an expensive cream. I wear sunscreen and like a $12 shea butter organic grapefruit body lotion on my face. Like, I did not spend hundreds of dollars on skincare. You don't have to when you care for yourself from the inside out. It's a whole other thing. It's a whole other thing, you guys. So, yeah, well, I have this interesting story, actually. If you want to tune out now, you can, but I don't know if you guys know, but Elvis, when in his autopsy, it was discovered that he had a 35-pound colon. Like, his intestines and his bowel and the whole thing was 35 pounds. Like, just to put that into perspective, Bella is 55 pounds. Okay, so my dog, she's a Pit Rhodesian Ridgeback mix. She's over this side, sorry. Bella's 55 pounds. he had a 35-pound colon. It was so backed up. He was constipated so much. Poor guy, God bless his soul, right? He was his food choices were horrendous. When you learn about what Elvis ate in his diet, white bread, loads of peanut butter and bacon sandwiches, really, it's kind of like a Southern home style food, which is fantastic to explore and taste, have on occasion as a like something different, as I call it, your 20%. We'll talk about that, especially if you're traveling, you want to try something different, bacon and peanut butter, oh my gosh, something different. But this is not what you're fueling your body on a regular basis, because your body's going to respond to that. Because if that's your regular basis, you're going to, you are what you eat and definitely what you digest. And he was severely constipated, not just because of the food that he ate, that it was very low fiber and definitely low vitamins, but he was also on a lot of prescription medications, and a lot of medications cause us to be constipated. Okay, so he had severe constipation, 35-pound bowel. This could have most definitely, we could prevent this type of thing so many ways naturally, and just saying like the more fiber that you have, you are not going to have that kind of a colon, right? You are going to have a healthy, happy colon that's not 35 pounds. And it's very painful to have something like that, right? So not at all for you guys. So I'm looking, I would love it if you would. So that's just, I find it very motivating. Sometimes I put prunes in my smoothies. I really love prunes. I read a French book one time, and the lady put prunes in, and she had 3 prunes every morning, right? And I thought, oh, that's really nice, because I love prunes. I grew up with plum trees, and so prunes and plums make me feel like when I was a little girl, and I would pick plums from my tree. Very, very, very healthy, loaded with fiber. I would recommend throwing those. They also add a natural sweetness because they're a concentrated dry fruit. Tart dark cherries, strawberries, make sure they're organic. Blueberries, make sure they're organic. So many different ingredients you can be popping in this smoothie, you guys. So you can make a bowl from it too. So you can make it thinner, like more watery, or you can make it thick, like an ice cream or sorbet. I kind of alternate whatever I feel like. The thicker ones are greater in a bowl. I just had a girlfriend over this week for a smoothie bowl breakfast, and I have toppings out and the whole thing. So yeah. So you can make it in a bowl and top it up with different things, and you can drink it down. I would recommend, though, making sure you swish in your mouth and try to chew your smoothie a little bit to activate your enzymes that are within your mouth. They help you get more bang for your buck in terms of extracting the nutrients and starting to assimilate and break down food earlier on. So by the time that they reach where you need to get them, where you start extracting and assimilating all the nutrients, they're already been broken down, and there's already things working on it by working it in your mouth. So don't guzzle them, is what I'm trying to say. Don't guzzle. If you can't eat with a spoon, put some nuts in it so you're forced to eat with a spoon. I just, I can't really, you can't, you won't say never. You can start putting superfoods in it. You can start putting maca. It's a Peruvian superfood. It's great for stamina. It's great for libido. It's great for endurance sports and endurance work. As a high performance professional, you are going to need endurance and stamina and all of that kind of stuff. So a little bit of maca in there. Do not serve that to children. Maca is a dried Peruvian root. Okay, it looks like a beet. If a beet were white, so like a turnip, but like longer than a turnip. And it's dried, and you can get it at the health food store. You can go into adding some moringa. Moringa is a leaf from a tree, and you dry it up, and you could put in turmeric. Turmeric is a root. You can dry it up, put it in. My dad adds garlic. I don't do that, but dad does, so okay. So you could add garlic. You could add ginger, boost metabolism. You can add chia seeds, boost metabolism. I had a gentleman come to one of my private classes, and he brought red hot chili peppers, and he said, I want to include these. And I thought that was amazing. I thought, you know what, so many women come to my smoothies classes. I would love to see more men. And the approach that they need to start thinking about is, I'm doing this so I can be a higher performing human, because this is where it's at. This is where the nutrition is. This is what you need to unlock, is this breakfast food, or if you have it after a workout, or if you have it in the evening, instead of a conventional dinner. Think about how in the course of the year, let's say you're having oatmeal and granola and cereal and almond milk and whatever, and you have just oats and granola and cereal and stuff, versus you have like beets and kale and spinach and grapefruits and collard greens and moringa, and then you go into spirulina, and then let's say you add maca, and then you're going to go in two different directions, right? So people are always saying, Agathe, you were so energetic, and it's like, well, it starts at breakfast. It starts with a good night's sleep, and then at breakfast. But you can save a lot of, if you didn't sleep too well, you can still have a great breakfast and really power up your day. But I recommend sleeping well. It's just it's a game changer. This is a game changer. Your life will change over the course of the year. Small pivots. If you don't want to do smoothies every day, 3 times a week, every other day first. Every other day. Find a recipe you love. Find a combination or a formula that you like a lot. There's so many delicious flavors, and you will make mistakes. I've made mistakes, and I drank it and thinking, this is not the most delicious thing I've ever had. But tomorrow, I won't make this flavor, And then you get better at it, and you start throwing in cucumbers, and it works. And you start throwing in other stuff, and it works. And you're like, oh, this is really interesting. The variety you have. This is so much variety. It's one type of thing, like a smoothie, but it's just like saying, oh, I had a soup. What kind of soup did you have? You could have chicken noodle soup, you could have minestrone soup, you can have tomato soup. There's so many different kinds of soup. It's like a world of flavors, right? So smoothies are like that. It's not just like, oh, I just had a smoothie and it's the same thing every day of the year. It's different every day of the year because I don't measure things, so it is literally different every day of the year. Like it just turns out how it turns out. However I'm feeling, more berries, more grapefruit, So yeah, it's a game changer. I would like you guys to think about this. Can you adopt more smoothies in your life? What flavors would you like to try? Hop on over to the Fueled. If you don't follow us already on Fueled Bermuda, there's just lots of recipes. I'm not going to post a ton of recipes here because it's already in my social media worlds, right? So there are lots of recipes on the Fueled Bermuda Instagram, on my personal Instagram, on the Fueled Facebook, and it's on my LinkedIn. Those recipes are everywhere. Where's the best place to find them is on Instagram because it's easy to scroll, and it's also, I have it in a stories highlights, in the highlights bubble. It says recipes. You can just look through. Hopefully I remembered all of them in there, but I might have forgot, so you could also scroll down. You can attend one of my Smoothies classes. So right now I'm just on a little bit of a break as we're about to start in a new location. So we're going to start those up again, but I'm doing private Smoothies classes. So if you want to bring a fun class to your friends, to your family, to your teenagers, to whatever, to your kids, you want to, we can come up with a theme that works for you. We could do dessert smoothies, summertime smoothies. We could detox, spring cleanse smoothies. We could do superfood smoothies. We could do nutrient loaded smoothies. We could do ultimate nutrient loaded smoothies. That's for advanced because that's going to have a lot of bitter flavors, right? Which I love, but you might want to step slowly into bitter because you might turn around too quickly if you don't like bitter flavors yet because you're used to having a very sweet palate, right? So I think that's everything that I have to say. Yeah, just imagine the direction that your life will go when you adopt just this one health, high performance success hack, okay? Don't forget the good night's sleep, but then a really good success hack for your ultimate health is smoothies for breakfast. No more Fruit Loops. And no, you're not going to eat them separately, like all the ingredients. Really do it. Post below if you try a smoothie today or another day, and drop a heart if you love smoothies already. Drop a little green heart, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a healthy, happy, fulfilling, fueled weekend. Restorative. Remember, being high performance means we also take some self-care time for ourselves. Bella always reminds me of that. We did a big walk, but yeah. So take care. God bless. I love you. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. I have a lot more that you're going to enjoy, so be sure to click on the next one. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell to make sure you always know what's happening. This is Agatha for Fueled, and I will see you in the next video.